TF. Let's see how these teams kick it off at the beginning.
That's right, folks. Map 1, capture the flag. Let's make some noise, Raleigh, because we got Faze versus Eunited, and we're kicking it off with the one and only Snipe Down. Let's see what he could do out of the break here.
Just meeting some resistance immediately from this Eunited roster. Just grenades, shots, all about, and that's going to be 2 for 2 on each side. And now Faze slightly able to edge on their side. That's going to be center control for Bound and the Faze roster as they've killed all 4 members of Eunited.
Well, look out for those spawns, though. Where they're going to be receiving them from. Booba the rocket right behind. He finds another player as well. And as a matter of fact, this flag continues to march on forward here. King Nick does get a kill on to Falcated off screen.
Such a smart lead right there.
Disengages.
You don't have to worry about that player on the flag no more. Yes, it's annoying that Ryan gets away there, but all the action is in the center. Go help out there, and that's exactly what Boo attempted to do.
Felt like you were going to rhyme there for a moment.
I was about to. Maybe every single time I hear Boo Boo's name, I'm like tempted to say like doo doo and like all that stuff like that. I don't know.
You're a child mind. Oh no, the nade's flying in. It's going to stop that cap. That's going to be 2 down right now for Faze. And Snipe Down's going to try and see if he can stop them at the front door. 2 players are going to be popping in from behind as well. Does Snipe Down win the fight there? And he is going to get taken out by Rain. And this is going to be big because he's going to hover around here and see if he can pop players from the high ground. Another one right next to him, and he's going to get the beat down as well. Here comes the flagpole.
And the reason they're pulling this flag to be safe is just to make sure they have some extra distraction going on as it moves across. They don't want to just dive on that flag one after the other and give up a sort of multi-kill there where Faze are going to be able to get that kill and then run the flag in.
Bound on the opposite side of the map has actually brought that flag down to try and pull some attention over in that direction. Falcated, he got a call out that there's going to be a player about here, so he's just looking around. Flag has been returned, so that whole sequence of events there, it led to a stalemate, but hey man, what a clash at the beginning of this game.
And these bases almost feel flipped. You see Bound over at the Eunited base, just tossing flag after flag. You see, you saw previously Ryan and Sparty over at the Faze base, but eventually that battle resolves itself. We're gonna have Bound putting in that first flag cap with some style, might I add. He's just so cool.
But all because he was over at the enemy flag. He managed to get that attention pulled, and then he started just marching that flag on in his own, right, on his own time. He wasn't really too concerned because his teammates were handling business at their base. So everything was clicking there for Faze. That's why they're up here 1-0. But let's see how Eunited is going to respond in turn, because they know that you got some Faze members that are lingering about. He's playing the sneaky game. Look at those shots here. Nick, wisely enough, staying up, not exposing. He knows the Snipe Down's up above. Here comes the challenge as well, and Snipe Down wins it out.
Yeah, Snipe Down wins that fight, but I have never seen such an odd game of bizarre CTF where both teams truly are just controlling the opposing bases. They continue to spawn them out into alleys and into these lower positions, and they just stay up high, get the height advantage, get a kill, and toss out the flag.
Good nades there being sent out. Booba Dooba's going to die courtesy of those nades from Ryan. Got 1 rocket left.
Ryan was like, which base is ours again? Which way should I be looking here?
Yeah, I know, right? I totally understand because it's been like flip-flopping back and forth. Big fight there for Spartan as he stays alive inside the Faze base. It just continues on, and he comes out through the double doors as well. There goes a return for Rain. They're going to bring this one right back, and now they have some positioning here in the middle of the map. They're going to try and press Faze here.
Yeah, and for once, I think they have Faze members all out of their base. That's like the first time they can say this since like the 30-second mark at the beginning of this game. They finally get to relax, play this game a little bit more how it's meant to be played or how they're used to playing it. And Nick, with this OS, is going to push into BR and see what they can do. See if they can get this high advantage over at the Faze flag. Because if they get a kill or 2 here, like if they kill Falcated, they can run this flag, and Falcated is going to have 0 impact during this flag run. And I like this pull right away. Do not waste time. Do not overthink it. Just run it as fast as possible. That's 3 members dead from Faze.
Yeah, and a big opportunity here for Eunited. Booba Dooba's going to be the last player left alive, and he's perched up on top of the tower. He finds Rain, 2 players from Faze. He has no choice but to disengage from the fight, though. Does he have the assistance? Falcated's off into the distance, but he's going to get wiped out.
I'm a little surprised that we didn't see Boo flank through the alley, going through Bulldog to try and get an angle on the alley. I'm not sure if he either had a call out on that side or just didn't want to overextend since he had so many of his teammates die previously.
Ryan trying to prevent Boo from being able to return this here. Rain's gonna jump right onto this. There it is. There he does go in for the grab to just try and keep the drive alive, but they're sparring with a double kill right at their double door.
Yeah, this feels like it has to go Eunited's ways. I mean, those dynamo grenades might have something else to say about it, but it's always that law of numbers that I've said before, Golden Boy. Once the flag's on your half of the map, your reinforcements are going to be there faster.
This should be a flag cap, and we're all tied up here in the elimination finals. Let me tell you, that was a struggle there for Eunited, but they managed to pull it through, which was huge for them. And they're right back into this. Look at Rain with that double kill. Well done.
Great grenade there. Tied it up like you said. And they're not content with just that. We once again see these Eunited members up high, taking over the tree and the BR side of Faze's base. For those uncertain of how to play Bizarre CTF, you got to go through a few rounds of slaying. 1, if you get a chance, clear out your base. 2, take over the center of the map. And then 3, when you're pushing the opposing team's flag, you should be taking over their tree area and their BR. That way you can collapse in on the flag and then run it out.
Well, hey man, it was working out there for Eunited for a moment. Now Faze are actually going to be on the receiving end of a few players dying out. And there you go. You end up getting that overshield. You got rockets. They had that middle control just as you were talking about, Walshy. And here comes the push. They're going to push that flag down. Even though Falcata manages to take out Rain, and Faze are doing everything they can to try and thwart this pull here from Eunited. So far, so good. But hey, man, with the way that this Eunited team has been playing, I really feel like at the drop of a hat, they could easily pull this one off if they're not careful.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this game is just absolutely even at this point, and it's impressive to see how much control that Eunited were able to have over at the Faze base there just not too long ago. They had people over the BR, they had the palm tree, and it was also interesting to see how they countered it. You saw Spartan. The reason that they were able to stop that flag cap is because Spartan got control of his BR. They need to get some height advantage. They need to get in positions that they can chase down and hunt down kills when players are weak at their base. You can't do that unless you're up high.
Positioning is everything in Halo. You know, of course, it is a first-person shooter, and you know, you want to click on some heads. That's just the nature of it. But in Halo, you have to play the position game. If not, well, good luck. Now, that being said, we're going to continue on here. Still tied 1-1. If you're just joining us, this is our elimination finals. Faze and Eunited, 2 squads who have really, you know, I don't want to say it's an uncanny result, but they certainly have earned their place here.
Yeah, but look at this aggression coming out from the Eunited squad. We have 3 members of Faze just sitting back at their base. They're getting a kill or 2, and they still have to sit back on their side because they're worried players are going to be pushing in or pushing through. They're finally able to clear out the base and then make that center push like I was talking about before, Golden Boy. There's that 3-step program. I'm going to maybe write a book on this or try to sell it online. I'm not sure. We'll see. But I feel like I might need to be a little bit more superfluous with my words to really make that.
Only if it's an audiobook. I'll take it as an audiobook. Otherwise, well, the pressure continues onward here as Faze is looking to make some moves inside of the Eunited base. They do have some numbers. They're right in front of him. You can see the members of Eunited actually on the low ground. Booba with a kill, actually getting himself a double kill. But Spartan, man, he manages to squeak out a kill just like that. Now he is going to be located at the double doors. Actually, will get taken out by Bound. You can see those nades starting to fly out. They're going to be bringing this flag out to the right side of the map, and they have to get prepared for this cross here. That's why Nick is waiting for them right at the tower. Bound is prepared as well, but they have to fly over to the other side to try and stop this.
That's also why Boo sprinted out right away. He realized that as long as his flag can get out without taking any shots within the first couple seconds, he no longer has to worry about the alley. The alley is no longer a threat or a credible threat to stopping that flag. Instead, he needs to push out towards the front bridge and then stop Angle getting to the center of the map from alley.
Well, very impressive stop there as the action continues. Bound playing his life inside of lockers. He sees Nick, and every nade that can possibly be in Halo Infinite is being sent at Bound. He's doing everything he can to stay alive there. Nick on the other side is kind of dealing with something similar. Bound finally is going to get taken out inside of the locker area. Boo around the side. They catch someone off guard, and that's going to be the Rocket player, Rain. That's bad, but it actually just does damage to Boo, enough for him to be able to get away.
Yeah, and that's a fantastic trade, trying to milk them of those rockets, get those out of there. It's just a situation that rockets generally, especially in these pros' hands, translate to 1 or 2 exact kills. So for Boo to walk away with that, just no shield, and still has a flank down below, that's an absolute win.
Yeah, they do finally wipe him out. Overshield's going to be up. You can see Falcated's there, but the trade is going to happen. No one able to get that quite yet. OS is up, and I see some red members there. I see some Eunited players present, and big win there, as well as Ryan now getting this overshield. Perhaps this could be a push for them, but that kill onto Nick actually hurts their push, and I mean, a big pickup there. So now Ryan was kind of just scraping around and looking to see where these players are, but they just keep getting wiped out. And this is a great hold by Faze.
Yeah, and I love how Ryan right here is just staying alive, keeping his overshield. Yes, it's deteriorating a little bit over time, but that's also going to deteriorate a lot faster as soon as you take those couple BR bursts. So he's just waiting a little bit so that he can regroup with his team. In this game, especially when it comes to overshield, you can't just run in and kill 2 people on your own. You just get a couple bursts that you get a little leeway on, or get a nade-free card is what I like to call it.
Look at that movement there from Bound. He's still alive inside of the United palm. He's still here, like bouncing around. That's just the fact that it took that much effort to take out Bound goes to show you the skill that player possesses here. And also, let's note that Spartan, 21 frags currently. He's having one heck of a game so far, leading the lobby in frags.
I like how Nick held on to those dynamo grenades until he found people heading over towards tree. As we talked about, this is such a difficult area to take over. You want to eventually gain control of this area, and unfortunately, Bound is just ice cold and too cool as he is clearing everyone on the tree. Snipe Down also in perfect position to run this as soon as they have those kills. All those players that are just taken out, Spartan and Ragnu, are going to have 0 effect or impact on this flag run, and there's only 15 seconds left, Golden Boy.
He's got to fly to this here. He's got to fly. Snipe Down. He has to watch out for the nades as he wraps around the corner. He's got it and scored as Faze is up 2-1 with only mere seconds remaining in game 1. But all of those kills happen at the perfect time. The timing was absurd, and that is Faze walking away with game 1.
And a brilliant end of game plan, like you said, GB. Snipe Down flanked through, and that could have backfired entirely because he didn't have that firepower in the center of the map.
No,
that turned out to be Bound and Boo and Falcated all getting those slays. As soon as those slays hit the board, Snipe Down said, I'm running this. And he ran as fast as possible because he knew no other members of Eunited would be sitting back playing defense. Everyone should have been focused on the center.
Right, you know, people like you. They still like you.
Some do. Some do. They're like, hey, I'm going to watch before I put my kid to bed. It's like, gosh, dang, you got kids now too? Like,
hey, well, now we're into the game, and this is going to be Eunited needing to make a strong statement here against Faze. That was a heartbreaker loss for them. And for Faze, if they're able to go up 2-0 here, which we have seen before, we have seen the 2-0, and then out of nowhere that attempted reverse sweep or even reverse sweep happens, well, I think Faze, they want to try and avoid that.
Well, also I want to point out that Boo had sniper. That's a scary sentence, first off. Secondly, he dropped the sniper, and you would expect that's going in the hands of Snipe Down, but no. They trust their new player Bound with the sniper rifle here in a very crucial game number 2.
As they should too, right? What's great is that's the reason why. That's the reason why he also gets the camo, still has that snipe, and you know, it's great that you have someone like Bound who can snipe, and then if need be, you also send it over to Snipe Down. What a life.
You could, yeah. What kind of option Bs do you have on this team if option B is Snipe Down? That's unreal. But also, I just found like that really interesting how aggressive that Bound really pushed out there. It wasn't like he was grabbing overshield. He was grabbing camo. Even after you grab that, yeah, you're going to get bombarded with grenades. You don't get like that guaranteed shield, that guaranteed protection. Look at, most of the time with Sniper, I'm going to explain how strategy should work for new players out there. Sniper, a lot of times, you want to gain distance from other people and use that to your advantage. Bound, on the other hand, says, guess what? I'm just going to get right up in their face, charge exactly where they're at, and just no-scope every person.
Treats the sniper rifle like a shotgun, and for good reason, because he's able to pull off those shots. As Bound owns the tower, does miss that one, and now actually having a hard time there in that exchange. That's perfectly fine. I mean, Bound has done a lot of work, and even though the score, it's still beneficial for United. It's just one kill. That could change in a heartbeat.
I think the scare there is that I looked at the beginning of that game as going in the favor of Faze. They got the first camo, they got the first sniper, and they're still down by a kill. We're now going to see how this transitions for the Eunited team, because now they're on neutral footing, or in fact, Eunited might have a slight advantage now that they got this first power-up.
Spartan was on a killing spree, was able to get another elimination there to boot. He has had a great event here in Raleigh, North Carolina, but so is this young man on your screen. First time that we've gotten a chance to see him. And another camo has been grabbed by Faze. It is going to be bounced. He's kind of doing the thing he did last time, except that time he had a sniper rifle. Unfortunately for him, though, he is going to get sniffed out, and that's going to be Boo Boo Doo picking up a few kills of his own, though, to help him out. So overall, they're keeping themselves tight in this game, 18-18.
Tie game, but we are going to see some more action here in a moment as this new sniper rifle is coming up. I want to see how both teams position themselves here. It's almost like the start of the match again, where one team has tower side, one team has sandbag side, and who's going to actually make the move and grab that weapon? It looks like Sparty was able to run away with that, gets that first no-scope, decides to try to chase down Falcated and lets him go wisely.
Well,
I was going to say, you can't chase too far.
Yeah, you really can't, you know, but he doesn't, right? He stays committed. He continues to hold down his position, and the priority is the lead. The priority is the macro objective, ensuring that you're able to pick up as many kills as possible. But 10 kills so far for Spartan. A great start for him. Is he going to continue to navigate around with this sniper? And he's anticipating maybe some resistance coming out of the garage door. Boo Boo picks up a kill over on the left side, so he goes around for this flank, and he's getting the call. He's trying to see where they want to go and how they're going to want to set this up so that they can pincer Faze for another push.
I like this play. They're deciding to flank over for this power-up, but I actually want to hear how they're organizing and coordinating this, because I felt like the sniper almost was out of position, but we should go check it with the comms. We're going to go to an Astro listening with Spartan and the Eunited squad to see how they're communicating.
One green. I'm needing big door.
Nest. 2 shots in him. I have to live.
Tim, I'm literally playing your white box. I'm literally playing your white box.
Literally in nest, trolling.
They're spiking me.
He ran back to green. Foul ran back green. I'm big door, guys. Green weak to big door. Two here flying at me. I'm trying to run.
Who dead?
Okay, chase me.
One shot, snipe down, back green. One shot, snipe down, back green.
He's just living.
I don't see
He's
him.
still back green.
I'm still getting chased. I'm literally still getting chased.
Yeah, Tim's getting
Green weak. Snipe down.
He's kind of weak, Nick.
He's 2 shots in him.
Weak right
He's
green.
shot in half.
I got him. Jump. Maybe big door. You careful.
Top man on me. Top man on me.
I'm here top mid.
I backed him up.
Okay, let's
He's
see.
top mid.
He touched me.
Top mid.
I backed him. I ran.
Alright,
I'm one.
we're fine.
Top mid again, bound. I'm living.
Where
Watch
at,
out, P
Nick?
tunnel. Falcated's 1 shot, P tunnel.
Watch
Nick,
out, I got
I'm on your way,
I
well.
got drop shits one. I got drop shits one. I hit him with one bottom mid. Another guy there.
I died to the other. Died.
Where's he
He
at?
went bunker. He went bunker to big door.
He's back
Bunker
up.
to big door.
Back
Did
up.
you guys turn me?
Bounce
P tunnel?
still here.
I think P tunnel.
Back door,
Back door. 2 guys. Both weak.
They lie, Nick.
They got 1.
Nice. I'm playing tower.
Yep.
Bottom tower. Weak.
I'm looking.
Mangler.
Yep.
Mangler dead.
Yes,
Mangler dead.
yes.
I'm going
Spikes,
shit spawn.
snipe down.
I'm going shit spawn.
Mangler weak. Snipe down.
No, 0 dust. 0 dust.
No.
Dummy up, and
I got a weird spawn.
He's
here.
got
dummy
Dummy
up.
up.
There's a second
Boo, boo.
OB. Yeah.
Trying to come bottom mid to help you guys.
I'm 1 shot top tower.
Big door. I put scatter on spawn. Scatter should be it.
I'm
Oh, tires.
I died
Look
to
at
tires.
tires.
He's
Well, you can tell which spawn Spartan doesn't really like, and that's the backside of C Tower. That's not the most ideal spot to be spawning, as he so eloquently and
bye-bye.
concisely put it earlier.
Yeah, that's a very appropriate name. But there was something that I saw there that Spartan was doing. It's a little detail on his screen. You can see it in the pip. He was looking over at his teammate as he was calling him and telling him where I am. He was like, I'm on your white box. I'm on the white box, right? And he's looking. He's trying to get that timing down. It's that communication there that sets these pros apart from so many players, because they're looking. They're not just focused on the game. They're also focused on what's going on their teammates' screens as well.
Yeah, overall awareness is really what sets apart these top pros, because at this level, everyone already has ridiculous shots. They know how to communicate, but just having a bigger picture in mind of really what's going on and how you can coordinate with your teams is going to be the difference maker. And so in a situation like that, where Spartan was saying, I got your white box, I literally got your white box, he says, hey, it might be a little daunting that these players can charge on over towards your garage, but as soon as they do, I'm going to get side shots on them. And Spartan was just looking over at the screen, just kind of screen peeking a little bit to see exactly when and where, because as these teams and players call out, they'll give some general or vague areas, and then sometimes when they need to know exactly or specifically where someone's at, they're going to definitely look over the teammate's screen for a second just to get that snapshot in their head to know exactly when or where that opponent may appear.
All right, well, take notes, folks, as the gameplay has slowed down here for good reason. 32-40. Faze need to make an 8-kill comeback if they want to get into this game. But a great response here from Eunited, preventing them from being able to get inside of the garage. Kills traded. Every kill that's traded is beneficial for Eunited, given the lead that they have right now. And Spartan, by the way, at 19 kills, looking
Oh my
to get
God.
a 20th if possible. This is the same thing that I saw when I casted him versus Pioneers. The man on Slayer is just, he's unbelievable. He truly is.
Just doing absolutely everything, working with his team so well. And he just seems to be in the right spots at the right time. And it's no surprise after we went to that Astro listening to hear how he's coordinating and setting up where, you know, if one of his teammates is putting themselves out there to bait themselves, whether that's Ryan Noob creating a great opportunity or Rain holding down a position like Garage, we got Spartan right there to be in the action at the correct time.
Yep, that's right. And 4 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time left to play here. Bound tried to go in for that no-scope. Didn't end up happening. I believe Camo was going to be picked up by a member of Eunited. Bound's just trying to live. He's trying to play his life here. Nades all over the place. They cannot give up any deaths, and that's going to be number 45, the benefit of Eunited, though. Boo Boo Doo Boo sweeps right in to try and clean this one up, and that is going to be Boo Boo with the Camo and Mangler, a devastating combination. But is it too late here, Dave? They're down by 4, so this is doable for them to come back.
Yeah, they could get a little wipe here, but, you know, charging this tower is a little daunting, especially now that the camo's out. That would have been the most ideal scenario if they could have pushed,
they're making the
you
call.
know, this Mangler camo over towards back tower or something like that, but trading kills once again, like you said, GB, not what you can afford in this situation for Faze. They're down by 6. Eunited just needs to trade 2 kills back to close this out, and now they're only 1 away.
Last kill here. Eunited looking to tie up this series as Nick takes to the skies. He's looking for that final target. Sniper's available, but you know what? If it becomes a factor, hey, I'm all about that. And in fact, it is, and he runs right into a member of Faze and is able to tie this series up 1-1, a dominating display from Spartan, dropping 20 by Rain, and actually a few good shots sent out to, you know, ward off this player that was going to be sniped on. Also gets the ball to boot. Rain doing all the work here. He's going to bring this back over to Spartan. Nick has to be careful though as he's looking to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge around the corner.
That was such a bold play by Rain to still grab that when they have rockets. Generally, when you have rockets that you have so few, you don't want to make any premature moves. And what a kill by Boo Boo Doo Boo.
That was massive.
Taking out that rocket player. But, oh my gosh, it was starting off so strong for Eunited. Somehow Eunited is still rotating the ball when there's 3 players dead. Not sure how you're going to blockade that one or take advantage of that ball rotation, but I think they just wanted to avoid that full PD setup, but it's inevitable. They had the kills. Look in the kill feed. Valcade got double kill, had rockets, finished off a second player of the BR. They're going to scrap up a lot of time here.
Yeah.
And look at how fearless they are to push in this far over on B Street. They already understand the spawn so well that they're not fearful of spawning one of the Eunited members towards back A or towards PD. They realized they could push it real far, and they said, all right, well, whatever. They're just going to spawn in C anyways, as long as we don't go all the way inside the C building.
2 players down now for Faze. I was going to comment on the Stalker rifle over there. It's not every day you get to see the Stalker on the opposite side by the police station area of the map, but that thing is an assist machine. They were trying to take full advantage of it. Ball's still going to be available to pick up, though. And now Eunited, they're going to gain possession.
Yeah, they're looking very strong right now in this position, too. With this being a tie game, it seems like neither team has been able to really hold these full-on steps for a little bit. I would say like that bigger volley earlier was great grenade placement and that finishing off of
another
Rain
rocket
when he had the rockets. But yeah, these rockets already coming back. That was so quick here in this match. Just already losing track of time a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, the rockets just flying back into the map. Going to be super helpful here for Faze. Last time it was going to be Eunited. Rain was the one who picked it up. And Boo Boo's going to shoot that rocket off. And I think that, you know, honestly, even if he didn't get anything with it, if he died with the rockets, that could have been bad for them. So, you know, just going to go ahead and use that one. But here comes Ryan Noob on the flank, on the left side. This guy, he just knows how to get in your face and be annoying.
Yeah, they got the kills ultimately from Eunited, but I think that opening really was kind of opened up by Boo Boo Doo Boo.
Really?
Boo Boo was not really playing as selfish as he should with those rockets. When you're staying up towards top A, yes, you can look on over and shoot a rocket towards Flowers or B Street once somebody's up close enough and once you know areas are clear. But the second they poked out from that top A tower, he just got melted over from top C or middle road. And when you have a player that's one shot and you got a player one shot for free during a full setup, that is the go time.
Oh.
You are dreaming of a scenario like that. You would love to get someone one shot while someone's holding ball. Eventually, or effectively, it's almost like a 2v4.
Yeah, and through all of that entire exchange, right, we ended up seeing Eunited bring that ball around to Tram. A smart play here by Ryan Noob, using that commando just like an AR, exactly what you'd expect. Lots of damage being done by that weapon too. Snipe down though, has the ball behind him. Rain's going to be located in front. This should be a kill against Rain at PD, but I have not seen him dead just yet now.
Yeah, that's a difficult scenario, and Snipe Down decides just to quickly revert on over to C. He was stuck in a very difficult position because he's stuck over at B stairs and has to decide, all right, do I revert back and try to fight some people on B side or on the side of the map, or do I quick try to dive into C? The risk going to C immediately is sometimes you might just get shot in the back and not really be, be caught between two members of Eunited. So the fact that Snipe Down made that decision so quickly and avoid getting shot in the back was such a great play.
Dude, real talk, I legit felt like Eunited had those rockets, but instead it's going to be Falcated who swoops in like an eagle and yanks him up from the ground. That was impressive, and they're going to continue to add on to this score. They're spawning on the opposite side of the map. They're going to have to charge this here, Eunited, and they know it. They're calling it out. They still have one more rocket. That's going to be used on Spartan. Only a few seconds remaining. A big fight here for Snipe Down, and he's going to win it out big time. And that is going to be the round going over to Faze Clan.
So smart of a play by them right there as they just held it in the backseat. They realized that any members of Eunited would have to panic and run across the map, and they get to try it again right here
So
as we're
impressive.
going into round two.
So impressive by Faze, the composure that this team has. Ooh, big nades. Ooh, oh man, those are the worst.
Yeah, smart grenades from both sides. Ryan Noob answering with a kill of his own. And Boo Boo gets a second chance with the starting rockets. There must be something very interesting about the starting strats with Faze, as they've acquired the rockets 2 out of 2 times to get them off the bat.
Yep, but that's going to be Spartan who ends up using it instead. So
gosh.
I think, like, you know, Walshy, you might have jinxed him, but that's okay.
How is this my fault in any way, shape, or form?
Hey,
Am I not supposed to call it that the man has rockets?
You
Are we
did.
using code names or something now?
You did. But hey, good news for United fans is that they were able to obtain that and add some time here to the scoreboard. Excuse me. Rain has possession. Spartan's going to be playing the forward angle, and then look out for Snipe Down though in mid. No one's there to really handle him right now. He's going to wait for his shield, and there he goes. That was a player getting called out. Wise play by United, shut him down. Ryan Noob is behind as well, and that was a clean rotation, bringing it from that PD side of the map all the way around to Tram. But watch out for Falcated, though. Could be a problem here.
I like this position by Ryan Noob. Ryan Noob kept
I love that
strafing
jump.
back and forth to see if Falcated would take the front route over towards the dumpster jump to get over into C, and realized that, nope, he's got to be coming out through driveway, so better take this height advantage and take this fight.
2 players are going to be down on each side, waiting for the respawns to come up here. Bound looking for the angle, does manage to burn Spartan there, is going to make him disintegrate. Continues to move forward with the Sentinel Beam, as well as Snipe Down, popping into the flanker. He's actually got 2 weakened players. This could very well be a double kill here for the veteran, and it is. Clean double for Snipe Down. Got a little dicey for a moment, but I think he was feeling himself there and was more than confident to be able to take that one. Now the ball is going to be coming over to Tram's side, and just great pre-firing as well, preventing Spartan from being able to poke out and harass anyone who's coming into Tram.
Yeah, and also it must have been seeing the little shine off the scope right there.
The glint, yeah.
Yep. That gives it away a little bit, so if you're understanding why or when you're seeing that, you're seeing it when an opponent is zooming in from across the map. You'll start to see the reflection off their scope, so that kind of lets you identify exactly where the person's at. And Rain has rockets again, Golden Boy. Am I allowed to say that?
You are. And hey, he got a kill.
He did die immediately. So maybe I should try this, Golden Boy. All right, maybe I'm gonna say, I don't have $1 million, and I'm not gonna get a better co-caster. Maybe I curse myself that way.
Nope, still here. Still here. Puck it didn't show up. Puck it didn't show up. It's okay though. Well, hey guys, this is looking pretty decent for Eunited thus far. That being said though, watch out for Faze, because they have that tendency to just shock you out of nowhere, just really creep up and steal away any advantages that you think you might have, any comfort you think you might have. And that's exactly what I'm talking about here. Nick was on the steps. He was engaging a player by PD, and then whoop, someone swooped in and was able to wipe him out there.
Well, it's been interesting here so far because this ball has been over at the C building for so long, but it doesn't really feel like either squad has been able to just confidently hold a full setup for a while. the thing that's so dangerous about the C setup is when you get it going, the opposing team is just spawning so far across the map, and they generally only get to commit to one direction. So in this case, you see all the members of Eunited pushing in through the B streets. This allows Faze to reposition. They can only just watch purple side. In fact, if they really want to, they can even rotate it out.
Faze adding more time here. They're going to have to catch up because it's 71 to 30 at the bottom of your screen. And of course, I believe it was, pardon me, but I believe it was Eunited that actually, or sorry, it was Faze that ended up winning that first round because of some heroics there. Your eyes are maybe, you may think that it is 1-1, but it's actually 1-0 in favor of Faze. Do want to reiterate that here. The onus is going to be on Eunited to try and catch up out of this one, or else Faze will be walking away with the dub. Rockets played, well done by Bound. He's got the assistance by Snipe Down as well. Nick is actually going to try and run this one away. He actually snuck around.
Wow,
and
just
that is
dancing
it.
around
that is it.
there.
That's all he had to do was just sneak around. He just needed to stay up. Heroics by Bound don't matter. We're all tied up.
That balcony is such a powerful position, especially if you don't have anyone coming up the C stairs to you, because you can just dive around or duck around in so many different directions, and what a perfect 4. Let's see if Rain gets these rockets again. Is he gonna? I see him. He's got 3 out of 3 times.
They're cursed. They're cursed. Oh, no.
Don't touch him, Rain. You're gonna curse him.
His teammate ended up getting it. He got the ball, though. That's nice. And now it's going to be Nick's turn. He likes to fly at people. Hey, look at that. Worked out. He ends up getting a kill against Falcated. Looking for Bound as well. It's going to be on the opposite side here. I think Ryan Noob should be running into him here in a moment. And that's why he's bringing the rockets across. You got a few members here, and he gets the prediction rocket down to a science. Well done by him. Looking for another kill as well, but Snipe Down has assistance. So does he. And actually, Spartan's just going to fly in, really living up to that name, Sparty McFly.
Yeah, he is really embracing that gamer tag. He will not hesitate to just go sprinting and sliding across the map as soon as the opportunity presents itself. And look at that, just finishing off. Boo gets the double kill on Bound. And right here, United are totally comfortable if they can just trade in slays. They would like to trade in slays while they have control of the ball, but there's just too much back and forth here. This is going to be such a pivotal fight. Whoever kills right here between Falcated and Ryanu is going to be rewarded with control of C, a good angle on the oddball, and potentially some ball time. And there it is, Sparty McFly bringing that ball into the safety of the C building. And Ryan Noob realizing the most threatening spot here is the C stairs, so he's just worried about that while his teammates have the B streets.
Brilliant call there, Walsh, and very clear that, like, that's that trust that Eunited have for each other. That's what the Desk was talking about, right? Just the desire, the confidence and the belief that they have in one another, that they can, all 4 of them can win this series, that they can go to the grand finals and face off against Cloud9, get that rematch from the winner bracket final. But they have a lot of work to do here.
I like that play by Rain. Rain was already kind of caught in a position over on B Street where he had someone on each side. And the likelihood of getting out of there without any help is pretty much nil for my European friends. But essentially, he knew he was going to get naded, so he wanted to challenge the person that was weaker, see if he could get some form of a trade. Sometimes when you're outnumbered, yes, we always highlight staying alive and buying time for your team is important, but sometimes you have to take a fight. Sometimes you have to take the highest percentage fight you got, go with it, see if you can get a trade, and that might be the best play for you and your team at that time.
Snipe Down taking full advantage of the sandbox here, Walsh. Got a few kills with those rocks. Also picked up that Bulldog too. Rain looking to clean out this player in the red room. That's going to be Ryan Noob there to help him out. A few more players pushing into Tram. That's Falcated to join the action too. Bound, don't forget about him. And now they're going to grab that ball and they'll add some more time. They're down in this match, but this should be the time that they need to come back into the game if all things work out.
I love this play by Bound, running over towards the B side of the C building. Reason being is he realized his teammates were all on B Street. His team didn't have purple side, so just by deduction, that means members of Eunited were going to be pushing in from purple side.
You have to make those quick micro decisions, but unfortunately for Faze, they send it right over to Eunited. Now they're going to have control here in Tram. Nades are going to be flying in as Ryan Noob and company look to defend this one out. If anyone pushes this as well, that commando should be good enough to handle business though. And that's 2 down now. Falcated and Snipe Down, not really getting much luck out of that one. Booba Dooba looking to just take something out of nothing.
That was so huge for United. They had so many members that are weak, but just out of scrappy fights and diving in and out together. They were able to walk away with 2 different kills there, Golden Boy.
United, they're okay with those scrappy fights because
Yeah.
they know that they have the shot to be able to win those 1v1s if necessary. And the way that they play for one another, we've been constantly highlighting how impressive it is. You only got 20 points remaining here. United so close to winning game number 3, making this series into a real nail biter here. Is anyone going to be in a position to try and stop this? Because as of right now, it doesn't seem like anyone is around besides Bound, and he's got to fly. He's got no shields, and there goes the ball drop there. A few more left, only 4 more points remaining here. He's going to hold on to the ball the entire time. And no, the ball's dropped. Is anyone there to grab it though? 99 to 43. Snipedown's going to be inside of Tram, but now Faze have to play perfect Halo if they want to win this.
Faze cannot give up this ball for a second. They're going to see if they can pick off any members of United just kind of panicking out and trying to close this, but United playing this so smart.
But the Spartan.
The part I was talking about before where they know when to go fast and when to slow it down. United just slows it down. They know that Faze needs a full setup and full control in order to bring this game back, so they say, all right, until you pick up that ball, we're not going to get ready to push in.
That's going to be Bound, and this is a big kill here. There's another player there as well. Does Nick stay alive long enough? No, and it's going to be grabbed here, 99 to 47 and counting. But again, all that time they spent clearing out the Tram. They weren't able to gather any points, but hey, anything is possible here in New Oddball.
And look at the kill feed. 3 members down from
That's a lot of time.
United again. Nick, the only member alive. Faze are going for this full set, and they just need to hold it for 35 seconds. One more round
He
of
didn't see
slaves.
Nick
This
in
could
the
be back
corner.
in.
I knew that my eyes weren't deceiving me. Nick was in the corner, so they don't think that he's going to be played up that close. They have to push this one here. They have one good push, maybe another, depending on how quickly this one is stopped. Here comes the push, though. It's going to be coming from the top as Nick looks to embrace push inside onto Snipedown. Hey, might as well embrace him as well. Bound, though, manages to get the kill. The rotation's going to come, but it's going to be resting above him. He just has to grab the ball. Is the help there, though? Double kill there for Nick. Into the red room we go.
Oh my
boy, a triple
God.
kill. But it's just Snipedown right outside. He has to block this ball. All they got to do is pick it up for 1 second. A valiant effort, but it's United that walk away with the victory.
What a huge closeout by EU.
We're in Raleigh. I
We
think we're
absolutely
ready.
are. We heard the analyst desk, like Mark, said it with the utmost confidence I've ever seen from him. He's like, we're just going to a game 5. I don't know why we're even analyzing this right now. It's gonna go to a game 5, so I don't know why. Every match is going to a game 5, except if West has been casting it.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, man. Well, into the action we go. Stronghold's the name of the game. If you're watching Halo for the first time, you capture 2 stronghold locations, you start earning points. If you capture all 3, you earn more points. It's a pretty simple thing. If you don't have any strongholds, guess what? You aren't gaining a single point. That's the basics of the game. You have to take control of the map. You have to take control of items like the camouflage as well. And a very well done play to remove Snipedown, who had camouflage at that moment, because you knew that that could have been a problem if he was allowed to run roughshod all over Eunited.
Yeah, and Boo Boo taking time out to flank out and grab that sword. That is, you know, on the surface, obviously a really great play, but the more important part is that you're communicating with your team when you're doing that, because in a situation prior to that, Snipedown was kind of over towards the B stronghold trying to capture that. You need to know if your team is all fighting together, or if people need to be kind of worrying about their own lives, flanking out for a moment, and then rejoining together on a single fight.
United doing a brilliant job of just continuing to capture, but this is going to be Faze's turn here. They also have that sword to defend on A, so I think they're more than all right with that. Also Bound with this shock rifle that, you know, it's like a sniper, right? I equated it to, you know, like a Marshall from Valorant. You know, it does some damage to the body, but it's not like sniper rifle damage, but it will do a headshot if you nail the shot itself. Here's Falcated, though, attempting to try and defend A, but Ryanu right at the high ground here. And I love that bank nade had Bound come around the corner, but even better for Ryanu, he could just continue to sniff this out, play intelligently, as he always does, by the elevator.
The other part I like, too, is rather than him just even poking out from that pillar and scoping out for himself, he's going to let the stronghold do some work for him. If the player steps in there, he knows that someone's right above him, and he can get the jump on that player. If a player goes with his line of sight behind that pillar, they're not expecting him just to be at that perfect hidden line of sight. So just brilliant maneuvering by these top pros.
Another camo picked up by Snipedown. This time around, he does manage to pick up a kill, but he is going to get sussed out inside of the pit where camo spawns. And this is still going to be Faze in control of this game. You know, for right now, it's still very much early days here. A killing spree, though, for Bound, and this young man has had quite the tournament. It has certainly proven everyone that he is not an online player. He is definitely a LAN player, and he's really good.
No, absolutely the real deal. I mean, anytime we see like these online players start to rise up, they usually rise to the challenge. Every once in a while, you'll see someone that's more of a warrior, but they're still good. Like, end of the day, they're still good. But
he's only going to get better.
He's just, yeah, absolutely.
Part.
As you have this tournament experience under your belt, as players get more infinite LAN experience, like I would say the majority of these players and teams likely did not have any LAN experience or infinite going into this event because it's just still so fresh. It's difficult to organize LANs
especially
in
nowadays.
The current landscape. And yeah, these players are going to learn the small little differences here on LAN and Infinite as time goes on.
So you saw what Ryan did there, right? In Halo Infinite, you can shoot the grenades and they'll blow up from their spawn. So what he was hoping was that someone was going to push up in that secret area. He's done that a few times, and every time I see it, I just love calling it out because it's just a cool little detail. And of course, it's Ryan who's the one to do things like that because that's just what he does. Oh, bye-bye.
That never gets old.
He gave him the Spartan goodbye, you know, just the repulsor.
I'm just waiting until we see it on the pro circuit where someone gets repulsed off and that player has a grapple and just comes right back in. It's like, I'm coming back.
You can't get rid of me, boy. Well, Bound is trying to handle business to that B. He does have the sword and is going to slice him open there.
So cool.
That's now going to be Bound. Unfortunately for him, he's going to get just blown up inside of B. But that's all right, though, because Faze is going to continue to add to their lead here. As it is ticking, 87 to 52. One player's going to be on B. Ryan's going to have to handle business alongside with Nick to get possession of this, and they do so. And now you're starting to see them, you know, collapse onto tower to really herd this Faze roster right where they want them.
Yeah, and I like this play, though. It seems like both these teams highly prioritizing the B stronghold when they get a chance. They realize that they can contest that from so many different positions, whether that's control, whether that's glass, or even whirlpool. There's just so many different angles on B that if you find an open opportunity to grab that stronghold, they are going to take it.
Snipe down with that camo, is trying to stay alive. Ryan Noob knows exactly where he is, but that's another camo, by the way, for Faze. And they've been controlling those power items so much in the game that if you're Eunited, it's something you gotta, you know, you're really turning to the coach here to try and keep this thing going and prevent them from being able to get control, because now Faze, they have total control, and Snipe down as a mangler right at pipe. So if anyone comes through, one shot, pop, you're dead.
Yeah, he is just waiting for it, realizing that, all right, none of these players seem to be contesting over at this one yet. They're going to be trying to go for one of these side strongholds. Generally, if there's a full setup, I would say B is the least likely stronghold they're going to get. And the reason you're going to see that is what you just saw on your screen. You saw 2 or 3 players just die as they desperately tried to recap B, and it's still full control. Generally, if the other team has full control, they have more members alive. Boy. They have angles from all different spots across the map, and so that's why you want to see your team go to A or C if the opposing team has full control. Don't go straight into B.
No, not at all. But the problem is that they have to stop the bleeding right here, right now. They are going to go and capture C. But that was a little scary there, and they go after the opposite home flags, which, you know, that is a great play there, right? The A and the C, you know, just to give themselves an opportunity. They're scoring now, and this is where they have to decide together, where are we going to push to take B?
And we see another camo in the hands of Faze. I mean, Coach Towie on your side, having control of the map. There's just a lot of factors that go into these power-ups going in their hands, and it's just going so great for them.
Look at the help that Bound got. He was taking some shots, no big deal. He had someone there to back him up. Now they're looking over toward A. You got 2 players there. Spartan's going to be perched up right behind it. They're not going to be, I was going to say, they're not going to be expecting Bound pushing in here, but with that camo, he is going to get called out. You see him right there. They know exactly where he is. But a big kill there is just going to continue to allow this cap to, I mean, look, there's total control, total domination from Faze. They look phenomenal here on Stronghold's Recharge.
And look how smart this target switching is from Bound and these top pros. There's times where Bound feels like he's going to chase into that pit and get that finish, but as soon as he encounters some shots over from the C plat, instantly backs down into Whirl and lays down some shots. Realizes when the chase is on and when the chase is not on.
Good effort there, but this is going to continue. Snipe down in the tower. Waiting to see if anyone's coming around here. I like this slow, methodical play while she's...
Yeah, slow and methodical, and then once he realized his teammate was with him in control, he decided to make a move as well. Snipedown's not going to hold a useless corner anymore. The reason that corner is now useless is because his teammate has it covered. His teammate is pushing out, and so Snipedown is just waiting, and that's a good way to regroup with your teammates. You can wait at a spot, wait till you have your teammate with you, and then you both push out from different angles, and you're attacking in a multi-pronged fashion.
That whole play allowed Snipedown to get, like, I think almost 75% of the stronghold, and he picked up a double to boot. Hey, goodbye there. That's a clean shot right to the dome piece of Rain. Boo-Boo Doo-Boo knows that they only have a few more points to go here. They're now at 240 and counting. We could be going to a game 5 here in the Elimination Finals. Here at HCS Raleigh, and Faze Clan have put together a master class on recharge strongholds. They have to stop this cap at C, or they can fly over toward B, but there goes the help, and that's gonna be the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to game 5.
Game 5. So many times throughout this tournament, and I never get sick of it. As we're jumping into game 5 here, Raleigh, these two teams have been playing their hearts out. Give it up for them, cheer out loud, and let's hear it for this amazing Halo match we're about to witness.
And just so that we're clear, you guys saw it in the little thingamajigam there in the bottom of the screen. It's Slayer, not Strongholds. Don't worry about it.
With a triple kill to start off this game here for Faze. If you want a strong start, you can't get much better than that. Bound just trying to take this game in his own hands. He gets another trade over on King Nick.
That's going to allow them to be able to pick up the camo. A huge start here for this team. A back whack. Oh, no. All right, there you go. You go ahead and take those all day, Boo Boo Doo Boo. You got it, baby. But 5-3 now. A beautiful start to the triple kill for Bound. You know what's funny is that the Des was talking a lot about Snipedown, as they should. He's a superstar. But Bound is that guy that's there to back up Snipedown with those slays.
Well, what generally happens throughout the life cycle of a competitive Halo player is you have these sort of veterans that really have a great overall understanding of the game, really know how to bring the team together, know how to practice, all those strong factors. And they usually couple with new up-and-coming young guns, these players that have the skill to pay the bills, and they have amazing shots, but usually need just a little bit of guidance. And so that's what this Faze roster did. They put their trust into Bound and said, hey, you're this new up-and-coming young gun. We're gonna help train you to be an unstoppable machine, and he is being unleashed this moment here in the Elimination Bracket Finals.
11-7 in favor of Faze Clan, as Eunited clawing their way, trying to claw their way, I should say, back into this game. A 4-kill lead, and that triple kill set the tone for this game, because without that, you're looking at, well, you know, maybe a 2-kill lead, right? That's big, and who knows what else could have come from that. Maybe Eunited had gotten the upper hand, and maybe they would have been able to take the lead. Coulda, shoulda, obviously, but these are all things you have to keep in mind, and the impact that this player Bound has on this squad, as well as Snipedown here. Active camo is going to be available. Here comes Boo Boo around the corner. That's going to be a double kill for Boo Boo Doo Boo. He's going to take the Doo Boo, and he's got himself the camo.
Such a smart play, getting those kills and realizing, all right, that's our goal, is we wanted to get some sort of control in the map so that we can get control of the power-ups or power weapons. And Boo Boo reverting back in that camo, but not doing a great job being as sneaky as he could. He needs to find some sort of weapon or some sort of grenade so that he can make a massive impact here as he tries to break behind the United enemy lines.
Yeah, he did take their thruster too. There you go, pops up behind him, but he is going to thrust into the wall. That was going to be a killing spree there for Boo Boo Doo Boo. So what a run of kills that he had. That was going to be 6 kills for him in the game thus far, continuing to add on to this lead. And it is a big lead that they're working with here. I know 4 kills doesn't seem big, but given the context of what we're working with here and how these games have been so close, you take anything you can get.
Yeah, especially in Aquarius. A map like Aquarius Slayer, you don't have as many swingy power weapons. You don't have like the rockets or a snipe where a team's gonna grab that and go on a big spree. So this could be a lot more trades with BRs. And Rain right here, he's gonna just hold the refrigerator, not the same way that Golden Boy does, but he's gonna hold this area down for a second, just while he buys some time for his teammates to get over and help him.
I let it pass because I won, Dave. That's it, okay? That's it. I'll let your salt, I feed off of your tears, all right? I do, I truly do. Hey, by the way, still 4 kills separating Faze and Eunited. And on Walshy, you made such a great point, right? About how this game has nothing that's going to create a massive swing. So they're going to have to do it themselves. They're going to have to do it the good old-fashioned hard way, and that's exactly what is happening here. One kill separates these two
They
teams.
have closed this gap, and that's pretty terrifying if you're a Faze fan. Faze were up by so much. They had such a strong start, and Eunited, despite not having some of these weapons, despite not having the camos, have clawed their way back to a tie game now.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I've ever seen a pulse carbine used, and I am genuinely impressed. Of course, Spartan knows how to use it, and that is gonna be a tied game. We have a tied game here in Game 5 to determine who moves on to the Grand Finals. Wait to show some grit, United, and fight back in this game after that hot start that FaZe had.
Gosh, I know my adrenaline is pumping right now as I'm watching this match. I can only imagine how it is for the players. So I want to go to the comms. I want to hear if their call-outs are calm and collected or if they're panicking and stuff. So let's go to an Astro listen with Boo Boo Doo and the FaZe clan.
Live Mike, he's in there. Push camo. No. Watch out for the base, guys. Sorry.
Go P side, I think. P side.
I can't get camo. You might be on camo for camo.
Honey, Sparty, one in.
Camo's still up. Camo's still up. They're all jump up. Start a look.
Yeah, watch out P1, watch out P1, watch out P1.
No, behind you.
They have camo now.
Behind you, the P, he's thrust under P, under P1.
There you go, you look closer, live, you look
They have
closer.
camo. Play it slow.
Live.
I saw blue. Let me camo.
Yellow
closet with camo, Nick. Yellow closet in front yellow. Two front yellow. They have two throats. They have stars everywhere.
One's up. L3, 100%.
Hey, live,
Top mid. He fell there from base. Nick,
Watch out somebody with camo. Watch out somebody.
Watch out, he's shocking us.
Marcus good, you're good.
Okay, we need to get aggressive, dude. We need to go. Yeah. Let's go through the jump ups. Come on, let's get aggressive. You're on at him. Let's get aggressive.
Well, Walshy, you wanted to hear the comms. What did you think about FaZe there?
A few takeaways at that point. One, they're keeping track of things that most teams and players aren't keeping track of. They said they have both thrusts. Just knowing that those players at any moment can dodge grenades or throw that wrench into a fight. So that's important to keep track of. And then secondly, they're trying to hunt down some of their solid players. You heard them call out Spartan one shot for so long in front of the base. They weren't able to isolate that one kill at one point, but you could just tell how they're panicking. Look at those dynamo grenades by Nick, acquired a double kill for him and the United squad.
We said it so many times, I'm sure everyone's annoyed by now, but those dynamo grenades are literally a power weapon in the hands of the right player, and it's for reasons that we just saw there. Eunited now continue to add on to this lead. It's going to be a 6-kill game here, a big win for Rain. Now we're going to go over to Ryan Noob, and he also has the help, but Bounds there for the cleanup. 41, to 33. We're getting dangerously close here. Eunited, they could win this. They could go to the Grand Finals. FaZe have to find an answer right here, right now.
Yeah, this is starting to get out of control a little bit, and look at that nerdy nade by Snipedown just going through that little gap there on the plants. Great job by Snipedown, but this is just difficult here. Like we said, that 11-point gap here, we're gonna have to see FaZe get some spawn kills over and over again and get a few traps, but throughout this entire time, Eunited, they have control of top center, and they're the ones that continue to put pressure on.
I don't know if you're noticing what's happening here, Dave, but they're staggering their spawns and not allowing FaZe to fight with all four. They keep on getting these kills, and it's working out for them. This lead has gone out of control.
Yeah, and I don't really know how FaZe can break out of this. They're just gonna have to have some amazing individual plays here in a moment where they get a kill or two and then just all fly out together and try to restagger their spawns. But these players from United are so smart, they're gonna know how to trade kills. There are so many close corridors here on Aquarius that you really can't expect against a caliber team of like United to just get so many unanswered kills.
Camo's gonna be available. You only have 4 kills to give up here if you're FaZe. Nothing more, nothing less. Bound is able to get one against Ryanu. And this is where you start to wonder, what can FaZe do? How can they dig themselves out of this hole? If there's a player that everyone is paying attention to here, it is going to be Snipedown on the flank. Does manage to find one. This is going to be a big fight here. He's got 2 players located right in front of him. It's going to be Nick and Spartan as well. Rynu's going to be located out into the distance. He's got some support too. That camel's still going to be in play, but it's going to wear out in a moment's notice here. And he has to be careful not to give anything up. This is where you start to call no dumb deaths. You do not want to die for nothing.
This is just so difficult. You see how timid these players in Faze are. Snipe Down created a great opportunity there, getting so many players weak at car 1, but just no one in Faze in position. He had shots on 2 or 3 different players, but nobody could collapse in. I'm not sure what the play was there.
Here comes a push. Snipe Down's got to win it, though. He's got one in front of him as well. He's able to get that kill. That's going to be number 47. Now Faze managed to hit that 40-point threshold here, but it's going to be 48 for Eunited. 2 kills, and they'll be going to the grand finals. Rain is going to be looking for it alongside his teammates here. What does Faze do? Do they turtle up? Do they try and continue to play with some offense as a defense method? Nick is going to be dangerously low as he wraps around the back end here. And Walshy, that's going to be a massive kill, but that's number 49. And Spartan could very well win this here. Veteran versus veteran, but he's going to get challenged. They're going to back away wisely enough, and a massive stop. And it's going to be just a few kills separating both of these teams. They're going to try and fly at them, man, but I don't know if this is going to happen. Here comes the push from Nick. What do you elect to do here?
Too many members of Faze are stuck in the corner over at Util. You need to be spread out if you want to have any chance of bringing this back. The only way Faze is really going to bring this back is if they get a kill or 2, and they just need to fly and charge out. And there goes King Nick, securing that 50th kill. And Spartan saying, really good game. My team played good. Yours did as well. I'm happy we played this match together. Have a good day.
That's one way to interpret it. Or, you know, he's letting them know that they gave them the business on Aquarius. Eunited move on to the grand finals here at HCS Raleigh, and they get the rematch against Cloud9.
And boy, oh boy, is that going to be a rematch, Golden Boy.
Oh, I'm so pumped.
This has been such a great weekend of Halo. I appreciate all these competitors just
truly do.
playing their hearts out day in and day out. All the teams